If you or a loved one experience immediate crisis, please dial 988 to access the National Crisis Hotline. If you are in need of more information, support, or want to learn more, you can reach us via email thriveca@coreresponse.org or find us on Instagram at mindyourmind_Cal.
Hi, we are here on another episode of the YAB Mind Your Mind podcast. Hello, I'm Sabrina.
I'm Maddie.
I'm Jade.
We've all been on previous episodes, so I hope you remember our names. Our feelings would be hurt if you didn't. Anyway, this episode is how to support a friend, but it's going to be a little more broad. It's about like topics of friends. Friends are important. Support systems are important. Does one of you want to define a support system?
I mean, just like finding comfort in someone you could talk to or like relay your problems to without feeling like an issue.
It's friends who you can vent to and spill the tea when you need to and you're overflowing.
It's also a back and forth relationship, so making sure you also support them, they support you.
Mm-hmm. So, what is friendship? That's a pretty big topic. I think people have different definitions of friendship, and when you don't communicate clearly, it causes problems. Because I get upset at my friends when they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, you're not upholding your end of friendship. And they're like, what do you mean? We talk sometimes and I like you. And I'm like, that's not friendship. You're not like reaching out to me ever. And they're like, that's what I consider friendship. You're being too demanding by asking for like additional support. And then I know that's not a good fit for a like close friend. You can be a friend, but my close friends, I need them to have the same definition or similar definitions of friendship as I do, because there's things I need in friendship. And if a friend isn't prepared to have that exchange that I need for like a valuable close friendship, then that's not someone who's going to work for a close friend of mine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them, but just I need certain things in a close friendship. What are some of the things you guys look for in a good friendship?
I would say like that good communication and like vibes and like, as childish as this might sound, like we gotta not like the same person. Because if you like somebody I don't like, that ain't right. And
do you mean like as in like not like the same person, or like you gotta like not have beef with someone that the other person is friends with?
Yeah.
That one. Okay.
Yeah, like it's beef. And I don't know, just somebody who you feel like you could really like not trust your life with, but trust like certain things with. Like just like that bond, like siblings type. Like I should be able to like call you my sibling, even my cousin. Something like that.
I think for me, it's like someone being able to get my humor, because I have a kind of weird sense of humor. And like all today I was going, oh look, I have a vape, and just pulling out my harmonicas. And if someone doesn't think that's funny, then I just can't be friends with them. I mean, I can be friends with you, but not like close friends. That's just how it is.
Just anyone with good morals, I think, is something they stand by, something strong, good
Values.
Good values. Yeah, they're cool.
Another thing I need in a friendship is like mutuality. I hate being one who's constantly reaching out because it makes me feel uncared for. I need to feel like you actively want to be around me. That's something called, that actually, we just filmed the neurodivergent episode. There's something called RSD that's more common in people with ADHD, which basically means it's rejection sensitive dysphoria, which basically means you perceive certain things as rejection or people being angry at you. And it sucks. And I need friends who reach out to me, because otherwise I will feel like they don't actually care about me. And I know that's not true logically, but I just need to feel cared for in my friendships.
How can people do that?
Literally just texting me like every couple of days, saying hi, sometimes them being the ones to try and make plans, so I'm not always having to do that, you know, that kind of stuff, like where it feels like I'm not carrying an entire friendship. Okay, I guess we can get into the actual title of the episode a little bit. How to support a friend. Does one of you want to start on this?
I mean, the best way is just coming down on their level. So if they're feeling down, you come to that level, never come from a high standpoint. Just coming down, sitting there with them, listening if they need to. Probably just not giving straight away like advice or solving the issue unless they're the type of person. Just understand who they are as a friend and then just come to that level.
I really like that because, like you were saying, communication is really important. There's no universal blanket way to support a friend. You need to understand, learn, get to know your friends, obviously, and find out what they're looking for when they need support. Whether they're looking for a pick-me-up, like, hey, do you want to like go out to the park or get some coffee together or something? I don't like coffee. Or if they just need to talk, or if they don't want to talk and they just need some like company quietly. Like, everyone needs different stuff, and part of becoming friends is getting to know someone and what they need. How do you set like a distinction between someone who needs like a lot of support and also like taking care of yourself? How do you set boundaries like that?
Well, I'm probably not the best person because I like to give a lot. I think I find it easier to put their things first before mine. So
Should I?
I don't know, as good as it may sound, like I feel better whenever I'm like multitasking in a way. So it's like if I'm dealing with my own stuff and like somebody else's stuff, I feel like I get a lot more done. I don't know why, but that's just like me. So it's like if my friend had like an issue or like they wanted to know if like that color looks bad on them or if it looks good, it'd be like I'd push what I was doing to the side and then I did with them, or I just do both at the same time.
Okay. I agree with you. Like the other day, I had to get some math work done, but my friend really was like going through something, and I was like, "You shouldn't be alone right now. Come on, hop on a call with me. You'll get your work done. I'll get my work done, and we can just like chat while you write your essay and I finish this Delta math." But it is also really important to like be comfortable setting those boundaries, especially if, unlike you are someone who like can't give as much. You know, people who don't have as much to give, if you're really busy or if you're like dealing with your own stuff a lot. It's, in my opinion, impossible to have a healthy friendship where either person is uncomfortable setting boundaries, because you need to prioritize yourself sometimes. You need to say, hey, I can't keep giving support because it's taking away from like my ability to take care of myself. Like if someone is constantly, thankfully I've never had to deal with this, but like if I had a friend who was constantly like dealing with suicidal ideation, but you're like, I have homework to do or I'm gonna fail this class, it's a really difficult situation to put you in, because you don't want to be to blame if something did happen to your friend, but also you have to prioritize yourself at times. How would you guys approach? It doesn't have to be that exact situation, but like something where it's a choice where they're taking too much and you can't like healthily keep giving.
I like to say I'm like a people person. That sounds mean, but just like I think my grades I can make up. I can fail tests if they really need me and they need me there. I will, sacrifice what I have to sacrifice and get down to the level, help them up.
I think that's a perfectly valid perspective to take. I can give an example. Do you have any, experience?
I mean, for me, it's kind of like exactly what she said. Like, I don't know. I always see the people who I bring into my life, like friends and stuff. They're always going to be somebody who's going to be like family to me, no matter what. So it's like I'm always willing to like push whatever to the side whenever they feel like they really, really need me and they can't figure it out on their own.
I think those are valid perspectives to take. I'm going to speak from the perspective of someone who does not always feel that way. It's always a line between like, oh, where do I draw the line between you're my friend and I care about you and you're taking too much out of me, I can't handle it. And I draw that line at you're bringing less happiness into my life than unhappiness. That's what I like to do. Because if someone needs a lot of support, but I also really care about them and they're really kind and bringing a lot of happiness into my life, versus there's a line where I'm like, okay, you have at this point brought more unhappiness and stress into my life than happiness. Like, I had this one friend and we did a scene together in a school play, not a school play, but like a variety show type thing. And I was working with them and they turned it into a whole fiasco. And I'm like, okay, I kind of like you as a person. You're nice to me, but not like enough for me to be okay with you treating me like this. You can't talk to me like that. You can't try to turn other people against me. I'm not comfortable anymore. Once this thing is over and we finish with this performance, I'm not talking to you anymore. Like, that was a boundary I set, you know, where I was uncomfortable with how I was being treated. And the hard thing is, I'm personally very comfortable with prioritizing myself when I need to, but there's a lot of people who aren't and will keep giving and giving until it hurts them. Do you have any advice for those? Because you guys are both expressing that you're people who tend to give more. How do you handle that? Does it ever become too much?
Me personally, I don't really think it becomes like a lot, because I don't know, I always feel like I try to make like time for like other things, especially my friends, and then they like have my number and they have my Instagram and all my socials, so it's like if like I'm like doing something and they need help and it's just like I literally cannot, then it'd be like, oh, like right now I can't, but like an hour later, like you can call me and we can handle like whatever you want to talk about. And I feel like that's just kind of like, for me, just like manage it, I guess.
I mean, unless it's an immediate issue, if I'm doing something like really important, most people, if they're good people, they would say, if I would say, hey, I need to do this right now, can we do this later? They would say, yeah, they will understand.
What if it's someone who's needing constant support and being very demanding?
I feel like if it's a constant thing, then it's like, I feel like then you'd have to like really like push it, be like, I can help you every now and again, but it's not like an all the time thing, because I do still live my life and I'm still my own person.
Just like hypothetically, because that would mean they probably need more help than just from like, friendship. They would probably need more.
And how could you have a conversation like that?
Either of you.
I mean, we usually would push them to go to school counselor. I'm like, yeah, our school counselor is nice. Go talk to them. I can't give you the help you need right now, so go talk to them.
I feel like first I'd say it like how she said it, but then I don't know, I've come to learn like so far 3 years, those kids there are hard-headed, they don't listen to shit. So then I kind of put it like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna give you what I can, but you're gonna need to go to somebody else, and that's just that. Like, simply put. And it might come off as mean and but it's just is. Like, I'm still a kid and I'm still my own person past that.
Yeah, and I think that's a really important thing to keep in mind, especially if you fall into some of those more people-pleasing behaviors. You have to learn to set boundaries. It's a skill. It's an acquired skill, and some people need to practice it.
So, have you guys heard of misery poker?
No.
Is that a game?
I don't know. No.
That
That'd be so funny. It's poker, but it's played in the rain. No.
And you're all crying.
Misery poker. I don't know if it's a real term, but it's something that my mom told me about. But it's essentially people, like if you come to someone and you're like, oh my God, I got a C on the test. And then that person's like, oh, well, that's not that bad because I got a D. And also my dog died.
Oh, it's one-upping with trauma. Yeah, I know about that. Don't do that. So something I'd like to talk about is I never worry about people venting to me because that's just something I'm okay with. If anything, I wish people did it more because I have a lot of experience in the mental health space and I feel like a lot of like the ability to handle it and doesn't feel like a burden. So I wish people came to me more. But if I were someone who people came to me too much, then I might say, hey, listen, I'm not a therapist. Because a lot of people can fall into that hole of being the therapy friend. And that's not really a healthy space to be in, especially when people really do need professional therapy. Try and recommend them to go see a professional therapist if you're not able, like you just don't have that ability, or if you can't manage it with the rest of your life to provide that kind of support. or a school counselor. And if neither of those are available to them, there's resources like Teen Talk and Teen Line that are, Teen Talk is being rebranded to the Here app. So that one, you should go check out that one because I'm an advisor on there.
I was lucky gonna start Teen Talk just because of you. So period. Thank you.
It's a good resource. Clara, who was hanging out here,
Hi.
brought up something called misery poker, which I think is like trauma one-upmanship. That's how I think of it, is like, I got a C on the test. Well, I got a D on the test and my dog died. That's the example she used. And don't do that. I don't know what else to say about that. That's not like a helpful thing to say to friends when they're like, that's something that I wasn't on the parent stuff episode, but something I could talk about. Dad, I love you, but I don't love it when I say, listen, I need some more support. And you go, well, when I was a kid, my parents were never around for me and they never supported me. That's not helpful. That's just comparing your struggles with mine and it feels like you're invalidating my struggles by, like, it's okay to talk about your own struggles in the context of someone else's, but when you're using it to try and downplay someone else's, that's, in my opinion, never helpful.
I think the difference between those two is that one is just comparing, the other is trying to build empathy, but doing it the wrong way. So by just like one-upping the other one, it's not empathy, it's like, it sounds more like, one-upping. So try to avoid that unless, it doesn't make them feel good that you have something bad going on. That's not building empathy.
Yeah, that's just more sadness in the world. Doesn't make your sadness smaller, it just means that the total pot or pile is just bigger. And that's a bad thing. Something else, and this is like kind of a girl-boy thing, is that boys often think that when you're coming to talk about a problem, that you're looking for a solution. And that's not fun. As someone who has had and continues to have a lot of male friends, here's a PSA to all males. When people come to vent about their problems, unless they are asking, I have no clue what to do, can you help me brainstorm solutions? They're usually they just need to talk it through with someone. They've probably, especially with girls, they have already thought through every potential solution and they feel hopeless. And so now they're like, I just need to get this off my chest to someone. So you bring up solutions that are gonna be like, yeah, I thought about that one. That doesn't work because of this and this and this. And then you're gonna get frustrated because you're gonna be like, you keep shutting down my ideas. And they're gonna be frustrated because you're not supporting them in the way they need support. So just, if someone comes to you, a good thing to do is have that clear communication. What are you looking for out of this? Do you just want me to be a good listener because I'm here for you? Or do you want me to help come up with some potential solutions? Like, just ask questions. If you don't know, ask.
The go-to is always listen first, then ask.
Yeah. I think that's just an important thing, especially for someone who has friendship with a lot of dudes, is please. Please.
I sometimes feel like whenever your friend is like dealing with an issue or something, I don't know, as little as it seems, I feel like hugs kind of fix everything. Yeah. I don't know, I'm a big hugger. I love hugs. Like, it's hugs all year round. Yeah. I don't know, I feel like they kind of like help. I hug all my friends, me personally.
Yeah, love languages. Ask your friends like what makes them feel cared about. Like,
know your friends. Words of affirmation, physical touch,
food.
Quality time, gift giving, and there was one more, but I can't. Oh yeah, acts of service. Yeah.
Like for me, probably my big ones are time to get quality time and words of affirmation. Like, it makes me feel good when people say nice things about me, and I really just constantly need, not constantly, I'm fine on my own, but I really do like spending time with people. Because that's what I feel like strengthens a friendship, and I feel like that's what kind of defines a love language, is like, this is what I feel strengthens our bond.
Yeah, probably closing up, like finding your friend's love language, I think is a really big contributor to like finding how they need help. I think that's a good resource. Oh. Just find it online. You can take a test.
I'm also gonna do a personal, what's the opposite of a shout out?
Shout in?
Shout in to a person I know who, when I was struggling, told me to go find friends on Discord if it was so hard for me to make friends in real life. Don't do that. That made me feel bad. Don't tell people to go find friends on Discord if they're struggling with finding friends in real life. Just please don't.
So find resources. There's a lot of resources online. Don't burden yourself finding the help. Just
I mean, you can always DM our Instagram if you want to chat with us.
we will give resources. We will give resources.
We are not trained therapists, but we will try our best. But we will also set boundaries, like we're talking about.
Talk to your parents if possible.
If your parents aren't the problem, talk to your parents.
Sometimes even if like your parents aren't the problem, they might just not take it well, and that kind of just is.
Yeah, that's true.
Parents be hard-headed sometimes. No shade, but shade.
Yeah, you can DM our account, mindyourmind_Cal. Not CA, that's Canada.
We'll provide resources. Yay!
Live, laugh, love. And you're amazing. You're an amazing person.
Guys, I have some news. This is the last episode, you guys, of this cohort. We're gonna miss you, our loyal viewers, our followers, but there's gonna be more stuff coming from Mind Your Mind or next year. I want to be in it.
I'll be in it for sure.
Yeah, but there's gonna be some new people, some old faces, some new ones, and we'll be back. We're gonna keep this thing going.
Keep on listening to our rants and little advices. Hope you take them.
Yeah.
Thank you for this.
Take care of yourselves.
You're amazing. We love you lots.
Boundaries. Also, if you have a hard time making friends, go find spaces of shared interests. Join some clubs, do some stuff. You don't find friends sitting around and doing nothing all day. I know that's not kind advice, but it is helpful advice.
Or just talk to random people around your school. That's what I do.
Yeah, that's actually a really good one. Just start conversations.
Get
I don't know.
adopted by an extrovert.
That's what I do. I'm the extrovert that adopts people. Hi.
Anytime like I'm at school and I see somebody like just by themselves, I'd go up to them and be like, "Hi, I'm Shade. We're friends now."
You can do that. You can just do that.
That's how I make friends.
Okay, bye. We'll miss you.
Love you lots. Hugs and kisses.